Back with another one. Today I'm going to give you a quick review and a few of my thoughts on 1992. So 1992 was directed by Ariel Vroman and executive produced by Snoop Dogg. Ariel Vroman is known for The Iceman, which came out in 2012, Criminal, which came out in 2016, and The Angel, which came out in 2018. So he's known for these intense thriller, gritty action films, and 1992 follows suit. 1992 stars Tyrese Gibson, the late Ray Liotta, Christopher Emmanuel, Scott Eastwood, and Dylan Arnold. To give you a brief synopsis of the film, Tyrese's character Mercer is recently home from prison and is desperately trying to rebuild his life and relationship with his son Antoine amongst the chaotic LA riots in 1992 following the verdict of the Rodney King trial. Across town, we have another father and son dynamic who put their strained relationship to the test as they plan to execute a dangerous heist, coincidentally at the same place that Mercer works. As tensions continue to rise in the city, both families reach their boiling points when they finally cross paths. And right off the back, I just want to say that this isn't a race movie. This isn't about black people versus white people, racism type of thing. This is a heist movie. This is a heist movie that is put into or surrounded by the events that took place with the Rodney King trial and the LA riots. One of the things I noticed right away is how the film effectively executed the period piece aspect, being that this film is set in 1992. So everything felt authentic, it didn't feel cheap or forced. The fires in the street, the looting, the cars, the music, the mom and pop stores, the culture, the aura, the reconstruction of the riots were impressive to me. Overall, the level of detail was something that I appreciated. And like I said earlier, this isn't a race movie. This isn't about black people versus white people. To me, 1992 had three main focal points. One being the father and son dynamic between Tyrese and Ray Liotta. Tyrese is home from jail. He's trying to do the best he can, has a second chance. He has a job, keeping his head straight, keeping his nose clean. He's leading his son in the right direction, teaching him discipline, just trying to be the best father that he can. On the other hand, Ray Liotta is leading his two sons into danger and destruction, plotting this master plan to go rob and steal from this factory. So you get two dynamics and you get to judge this father figure versus that father figure. To me, the second focal point would have to be the Rodney King trial. You get to see all the emotion and animosity that was released into this city based on the verdict. So you get to see these people's viewpoints and how they feel and how all these riots and stuff kicked off surrounding this situation. And last but not least, the heist master plan of Ray Liotta and his two sons. Again, this is not a race movie. This is not about black people versus white people. This is a heist movie set in the time of the 1992 LA riots and dives into the nature of two father-son dynamics. 1992 does a good job of making the characters relatable and making us feel what each character is going through. And this wasn't a long movie either, so they made every scene count, and they did a good job with that. Tyrese is home from jail. He's just trying to do the best he can, hold down a job, provide for his son, and strengthen that relationship with his son and live a positive, safe life. Scott Eastwood and his little brother, they have that big brother, little brother dynamic. It's fun to see. They're navigating that toxic relationship with their dad, Ray Liotta, which is like this angry old man set in his ways, real cut and dry type of guy. Scott Eastwood has a friend that's a part of the heist crew who has a baby on the way. So you get to see all of these factors that go into everyone's decision making. Going into 1992, there were a couple familiar faces that I recognized, and there were also a few people that I was introduced to for the first time as well. All in all, it was pretty solid acting across the board. There was some good acting in this movie. And I'll say this, man, I think that Tyrese's acting ability isn't acknowledged enough or where it should be. This dude has some solid chops on him. This dude can act, man. Whether it's a serious role or a more comedic relief type of role, he delivers every time. If it's Baby Boy, Four Brothers, Black and Blue, Waist Deep, Annapolis, The System, Come Out Fighting, the Fast and Furious franchise, or even the Transformers franchise, this dude delivers every single time he's in a movie, and I appreciate that. And I wouldn't put Tyrese in the same realm of Denzel and Morgan Freeman, Forrest Whitaker, Samuel Jackson, Jeffrey Wright, but he's definitely in that tier that's right underneath that with guys like Wood Harris, Lorenz Tate, Mekhi Phifer, Derek Luke. Like those caliber of guys, they may not be A-level, elite level, but they're still pretty solid actors. Ray Liotta had a pretty good performance in this movie. This was his wheelhouse. He does what he does best in this movie. So you could tell this was just another day at the office for him. Overall, pretty good, solid performance. And it was good to see Ray Liotta one last time. Scott Eastwood, Dylan Arnold, again, everybody had a solid performance with their acting, and it was just good to see. If I had to rate 1992 and categorize it, I would probably give it a 7 out of 10 and put it in a rewatchers club. This movie wasn't bad. It was pretty decent, actually. I would watch it again, so that says a lot. No dry spots, had pretty good pacing. It was action packed. It had the heist aspect to it, and you also get to see that father and son dynamic between Tyrese and his son and Ray Liotta and his 2 sons. And they also gave us that authentic look and feel of the LA culture and everything that took place around those Rodney King riots. So all in all, 1992 was a pretty solid movie. And for my factual opinion, I would probably just say I wish the ending could have been a little bit more fulfilling. I'm not mad at the ending at all. It's not like it crashed and burned. It wasn't one of those. It was a pretty solid ending. I just wish it could have packed more of a punch. But overall, 1992 was pretty solid. And to give you a fun fact about the movie, Tyrese Gibson was 14, living in Watts, South Central LA when the 1992 riots were occurring. So he got a first-hand look at all the riots and the looting and all the chaos that happened. And that led to him getting his role in this movie on the first day of auditions. The director saw him and automatically knew this is the person for the job. He felt that Tyrese was the most authentic person to play Mercer in this movie. Yup, so those are my thoughts on 1992. If you've seen the movie, leave a comment on what you felt about the movie. And as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting me. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.